Hi! My name is Ami and welcome back to my channel. Don't expect another video next week, don't expect any at all. I came here because I have a promise that I need to keep, a promise that I made to myself 10 years ago. So back in 2013, 2012, there was this YouTube format that was very popular among YouTubers. It was a message to our older selves. I made a video in July, I think, of 2013, addressing myself 10 years in the future. And I remember I was waiting for this 10 years to pass so I can finally watch it and make a video response. And it felt like the time was going by so slowly. And now here we are, 10 years passed. I think these were the most prominent 10 years of my life so far, of course. And I remember 2013 was one of my favorite years. I would still consider it to be a top 5 years of my life. It was really the start of my young adulthood. I was just so full of life, and the next few years were really amazing. But the last couple of, maybe the last 5 years have gone by very fast. Too fast even. I haven't watched the video since I posted. Oh, maybe that's a lie. I watched it maybe in the same month that I've posted it, and I'm really excited to watch it, but I'm also very scared because I know it's going to be very hard to watch myself be that version of me, because I remember that version very clearly. So I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm really nervous. Okay, so let's roll it. I did a video a while ago where I talked to my younger self, and today I decided to do the opposite thing and talk to my older self. So today we're going to have a connection. We are going to connect with the future. The effects, I thought it was so cool. Now I have an app on my phone that does this for me with one click, but back in the day this effect took me probably a couple of minutes. So hi future Ami, hope you're still alive. I am still alive. This is the year of 2013. And this is the year of 2023. And you are 19 years old. I'm 29 now, and I will be turning 30 in 2 months. No, this is my last month in my 20s. We'll start with my image of you in 10 years. So I imagine you being quite put together, a bit more grown up, but still with that childish note. I hope you look a little bit better than I do now. I imagine you're quite old and therefore not that... I'm sorry to say that, but you're probably not the best looking anymore. I don't know. I cannot be a judge for myself, but sometimes I feel like I've gotten better looking with age. However, I think the only reason for that is that I just didn't know how to really carry myself at that age. I wanted to look a little, But I believe you did something cool with your hair. I know how to make my hair look put together now, because back in the day I just had no idea how to make curls look sophisticated and elegant. Now I do. Although I don't do this hairstyle every day, I still have hair like her on most occasions. But I did learn how to take care of myself, and how to live with curly hair, and how to live with the skin that I have, and how to analyze my colors and dress for my colors and body types, which I've only learned actually in the last maybe 2 or 3 years. I'm a little worried about your weight. If you still have the same no self-control, and if you're still this obsessed with food, then there's a strong possibility that you're obese. I'm not obese, and I don't know, I don't think I was actually really worried about that. I still have the same metabolism as you do, Ami. I can eat a lot. But what happened through the years is that I think your appetite dropped a little bit. So you're not constantly thinking about food, and you still enjoy food very much. I think I have pretty much the same weight as you do 10 years ago. Because this lifestyle isn't really leading anywhere, I think. You really did not improve your lifestyle. In general, you don't work out. You haven't worked out for 10 years, although you started playing tennis last year, which was your first sport after, I don't know, 15 years. But I think that's going to be a chapter that I'm gonna start now. Nearing 30, I think I'm starting to feel like my body is changing and that I have to put a little bit more effort and care into what goes in my body and how I treat my body. It's 2023, oh god. You're a little bit more experienced, confident and brave. You can talk to people easily. You are not afraid of everyday situations and you just know how to do it. Wow, I forgot about this part, yeah. Funny enough that this was your concern. I still wish that this was true. I mean, yeah, I guess I can't really, I don't really remember the situation with this 10 years ago, but I think you do not fear everyday situations. You can talk to people relatively easily, but you still have some awkward moments, and especially with bigger crowds and among people you don't know. I can make a phone call without any hesitations. I guess I am relatively courageous in some ways. I go through life quite confidently. I can say that. Yeah, I am. I think I am relatively confident. I think you were as well. But also there were some aspects maybe where you lost your confidence. Maybe you had to regain it or rebuild it in some places. You just figured out the meaning of life, have you? You decided that the meaning of life is to live, and I totally agree with it. I think the meaning of life really is to live, but there's things are gonna get so weird and confusing, and most things will not make sense, and then they're gonna start making sense in a totally new way, and also, like, the world situation is going to really be heavy. Everything that you've heard from other people or read in the books and you think you know, you're going to live up, or like you're going to experience on your skin, and then you're really going to like understand. Hopefully you live abroad, and hopefully, like in my calculations, right now you should be in New York, in Manhattan, living in a nice penthouse. No? Then I hope at least you have your own beautiful apartment that you share with no one. That you share with no one. Okay, so I knew this one's gonna come up. I knew this one is going to be the most painful one to digest. I don't live abroad. And this was one of my biggest wishes and like dreams back in the day. In the past 10 years, I did live abroad twice. I lived in Ireland and I lived in Istanbul, in Turkey, for a short period of time, and that was amazing. And I think this time hasn't come for this Ami yet. She's gonna move to Ireland in 1 year. You're gonna travel a lot. Your 20s, you've visited, I don't know, almost 50 countries. Right now, you will settle in the town where you were essentially born in. You actually haven't even gone to New York again in this past 10 years. No, you've been to America, but you haven't gone back to New York. You're gonna start to appreciate everything that your hometown offers you and how much better it is in so many aspects. I kind of feel guilty for not making your wish come true, but at the same time I feel very happy and content with this, and I don't have this burning sensation that I haven't made my dream come true of living abroad alone or in New York. So you're good, I think. About the part of living alone in your own apartment with no one else, not quite the case yet, but happening very soon. But you don't live with your parents, so I don't dare to say hopefully you don't have any kids, because if you do, then I don't want to be rude to your kids, you know, because they're after all my kids as well. No, you don't. I'm really glad that you're happy about it, because I'm not necessarily sad or anything about it, but I am like starting to question if I want to have kids and when and with whom and how and all that these days or these past year or two. Kids weren't our plan, okay? If you do have a significant other, then please let me talk to him. I do, but he's not here. Who are you? I mean, who paid you? You know who he is, you actually know him, and I think you've met him. If this video was made like, I think you met him like yesterday or like a few days ago even. It was that boy you met in the park that you thought was very handsome and looked like Brad Pitt, that guy. Yeah, thought that he was not interested, you thought that he was too cool for you. Well, guess what? He actually liked you very much, and he said that you are currently giving him all the signals that you're not interested in him. So maybe change that and turn our future around, because before we meet him again, there's 9 years pass, and you'll have some other boy experience, and then you have a almost 6-year-old long relationship with a guy that makes you very happy but also makes you very sad. So yeah, currently you are in a relationship, and actually it's not even that weird to me anymore that there's a guy that might like me. You gotta say yes to this one, you gotta say yes. You have a great job and you work either as a journalist or a graphic designer or video something abroad for a huge magazine or TV station, or since we're in 2023, it might be internet site, website, I don't know, something really fun and important. Okay, first of all, I can't believe how important career was to you. I did not know that. Career is really not that important to me anymore. But yeah, I don't work abroad. That's the only thing that I did not complete from this. I worked as a journalist for 8 years, then I went into marketing, and now I work, I write, I do video, I do graphic design, everything. I work as a head of social media currently for a publishing house, which is also something that you are really interested in, I think. Before that I worked in an agency, marketing agency, and you were mentioning the magazine, which is not where I work currently, but you were actually a executive editor of Cosmopolitan magazine, which I guess works for us. I hope you speak English a little bit better than I do. You had 10 years time to learn. Yeah, I did not learn. I lived abroad for a short period of time, and then I traveled some, but I don't use English that much in my everyday life. Do you still remember who's in right now? Like, is Rihanna a thing? Yeah, she's still a thing, I don't know, but not that big of a thing. She's had a baby, I guess. Is Lady Gaga a thing? Also, but not as much, I guess. Oh, are One Direction and Justin Bieber still there? No, One Direction split up. Harry Styles is really big as a solo artist. Justin Bieber, I guess, still exists. He married Hailey Bieber. Taylor Swift is very big this year. Was there more of Harry Potter? Yes and no, there were some films, but like not really Harry Potter. There were like some backstories made into films, and a lot of, I guess, theater plays and some projects like that. J.K. Rowling was cancelled mid this past decade. Huh? Yes? Do I hear a yes? Oh, did I hear a yes? Yeah. How much of... You're actually not going to be that excited about Harry Potter anymore. Sorry to kill your joy. How much of the world have you traveled? Yeah, I have traveled a bit less in the past 3 years because, oh my god, a global pandemic happens and they put us in lockdown for 2 years almost. I hope there is more color on that map than it is now. Yeah, there's certainly some more color. You've gone to a really cool solo trip and you've traveled many continents, but I guess you could still travel more. I'm going to Indonesia in a few weeks, so for your 30th birthday. Have you done the America road trip? Have you been to Africa? Yes, you've gone. You didn't do like the road trip that you've imagined you will do, but you did like a shorter version of an American road trip. You did California and Nevada only. Do you got any tattoos? Because I'm thinking about tattoos. So you don't have any tattoos, and stop thinking about tattoos, because if you got those tattoos, those 5, I know which 5 you're thinking about. If you got any one of those, you would so regret it today. So no, nothing. You're free of ever dreaming about having tattoos ever again. So no. I wonder if you will even be able to watch this video in 10 years time. It might be some completely new technology and this will not be a useful material anymore. Well, we're not there yet. I'm watching on YouTube on my laptop, so there is no world war or something like that. I really hope so. In the next 10 years there was no real world war, but there were a couple of wars. Currently we have a war in Ukraine, so there's a war in Europe currently, and there's a lot of tension in between countries. Your country and you and your family are totally safe currently and have been in the past 10 years. So oh, we have a new app. It's called BeReal, so we can do a BeReal together. Are you still doing YouTube? If you quit YouTube... I didn't quit YouTube, I just stopped posting. Yeah, I'm not posting. But this is a YouTube video, so like I'm still here, loyal to this whole platform. Okay. I hope you bought a new computer, because this one is freaking slow and destroyed. Yeah, you have. Actually bought this computer just like maybe a month or 2 later, and then you also have this one. Oh, how's your skin? Did it get any better? Not really. It's pretty much the same skin that you still have, but I think also in the last half a year I managed to know how to keep it a little better. I hope you didn't lose yourself in this coming of age. I'm dead. Like me, in this moment is dead. It's past, it's history, but you are present. Hi. I don't know, in a way I guess I did lose myself a little bit, especially this army. But I think I'm also kind of keeping my true self alive. It was really fun talking to my younger self. If I were to talk to her now, I would say that you're really on the right track, and just keep up your enthusiasm and good spirits. In a way, there's no real advice, because I think the only thing that will make you learn or grow will be your own experiences, and the way I see it, you're quite well equipped for most of them. There will be some heartbreak, which you haven't experienced yet at this point where you're at. Your parents are still alive, your sister got married, and you're going to become an aunt fairly soon. Your grandma and grandpa die, both from your father's side of the family, but your other 2 grandpa and grandma are still alive. The dogs die. Fuck, there's a lot of... the dogs die, the cats die, basically. Now you have 2 new cats and a new dog. I mean, your parents do. You move away from home at 25. Yeah, you're in this very long, 6-year-long on and off relationship that also leaves a big mark on you. Currently, you have... your main friends are different friends than the friends that you were most around in 2013, for example. Oh yeah, wow, one more thing. So when you're 26, I think 27, you become a published author. That's one. You wrote a book. That was a big wish of yours, and you didn't really even talk about it in this video. Looks like this. See? Your name. Your name. Huh. Well, it was really nice talking to me. It was really nice being 19. It was really nice being 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And I hope it will keep being sweet and nice and beautiful.